How the heck are you, everybody? I am Fastidious. Welcome to this guide on Gear Raid 2, stages 19, 20, and 21. We're going to beat the whole thing here for this level 63 account. Kittage B. Looks like he's straight out of Belgium. Am I right? Yeah, look at that. A little Belgian flag. Let's head over here and let's just do this whole thing. I'm going to do it as like a full process. So hopefully it doesn't take me more than 30 or 40 minutes. I want to walk you through it on how you can beat it with what I think is the new, easiest, most meta way to do it, and that is with cultists, thanks to Beelzebub. So you can see, let's go to the best records on this account. He's done a pretty good job pushing content. He has Ingrid, obviously, and Praetus, I think, so this is kind of nuts. He's got some really good heroes, but still a young account, you know, gear's okay. He beat 319, he beat 120, but he has yet to beat 219 or higher, so we're gonna do that for him. And hopefully this can help a lot of people. Even if you don't have Beelzebub, you'll get to see, you know, in the year 2025 of our Lord, how this whole thing works. So here you go, stage 19. Let's hop right in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
I'm gonna run as I always do. One of my factions is going to be Northerners. We're gonna use no legendary lords in this as well. So we'll use Isolde, who, can I max her? Yes, okay, cool. So we're gonna max Isolde. That's huge, because then we can, saves us a spot, right? That she's gonna have 2 roles now. She's gonna be a tank. Not that we need that much tanking. And she's, of course, also gonna be our Lord. Let's go back to those Northerners now. I always use Vortex. I always use Broke here if I've got him. And that's basically already enough. Huge thing I should have checked earlier. Does this guy have Decimus? No, he doesn't. What a hot nightmare. That really stinks. That makes this whole thing way worse. So what you should do is use Decimus, but now because we don't have Decimus, I have to use Broke here as Decimus. So why do I say that? Broke here also has like an unkillability, invulnerability thing from his passive, so he does function that way, but the cost becomes way tighter and way more annoying. So don't use Broke here the way you're gonna see me use him. Use Decimus instead. In place of Broke here, because Broke here is now here as Decimus, we are going to use Olog. So that's a bummer, but hey, keep that train rolling. Then we go the next faction. You always do Northerners as the first faction, and as the second faction, we always do our DPS factions. So if it's Hot Sit, you're doing Nightmares. If it's Vierna, you're doing Cultists. If it's Comet or if it's Boreas, you're doing Esotericists. We're using Vierna, so obviously we are going to use Cultists. I think I saw an Aeon here. There we go. She doesn't need any gear or any levels. She won't be deployed. We're bringing Bubba. He is going to be our slow hero. He's going to give magic vulnerability for Vierna. And very key, he's going to give more than enough inspiration, even for probably a broken set build that we'll have to do here. So we already have all that covered. Next thing, we need a cost generator. I will say, you don't really need a cost generator because Beelzebub makes it so you don't have to deploy tanks that often, but there's no reason not to, because you got to bring some melee unit warm body, so we might as well bring Dallin. Let's get her up. You always need her promo 1, because that's when she unlocks this skill, Rebel, which is how she generates the costs. And then you want to get this skill, I'm assuming he's got a lot of epic stuff, he does. You want to get this skill at least to level 3. You want to get the cooldown at least minus 3 seconds. So from 30 seconds to 27. If you can get it down to 25 seconds and get the extra 2 costs, that's cool. But just to prove a point, we'll just get her to level 3, like I said. And then Dallin actually needs no gear. There we go. Perfect. Actually, went to level 4. I kind of lost count there. More than enough. Level 3 is fine, though. But level 4 makes it a lot less sweaty. So we'll do that. She just needs promo 1. She needs level 3 here. We snagged level 4. We're good to go. Let's continue. Now I go, what else am I forgetting? Right? So try to picture it in my head. I think we kind of got basically everything. We're definitely missing Volca, right? So where is that Volca? He doesn't have Volca. Does this whole thing just get undone? Are you serious, bro? 199 days. What mission is he on anyway? And he's only on chapter 9 of the Volca quest? This is comedy. All right, we are back. You can see Gear Raid 2, 19, 20, and 21 incoming. I've got to give props to Mr. Kittage from Belgium, whose account we are on. I was like, you got to go get Volca. You've got to do it. And you can see he cleared it all. There's no more Volca quests, just the basic chapter storyline stuff, not the main storyline. He cleared it out. Volca is on the squad. He did it in less than 24 hours, actually. When I'm filming this, it's like a day and a half after, nearly 2 days since the original first part of this video. But anyway, where were we? 219. Let's beat it. You can see Volca exists now. We can just slap her in. And the cool thing with Volca, at least for this content, he was asking me, is she that good? She is that good. Ronaldo Plays, if you haven't seen my video with him with ranking all the non-Lord legendary fighters in the game, he put her at numero uno. I didn't go that high, but I've got her top 10 as well. She's very versatile. She can do tons of things. For this specific instance, we're using her as a warm body to absorb hits. She needs no gear, no levels, nothing. And we want her A1, which is going to reduce our redeployment time. That's going to make this silky smooth. The only other, normal way to beat this, 19, 20, and 21, you can do kind of cute stuff with Regulus, but especially for 221, the only normal way is our Volca strategies, the Volca Polka, as we like to say, and then there's Sadie. He doesn't have Sadie. It had to be Volca. We're ready to go. Let's toss her in the squad. And then we're going to bring Baron. This is another unkillable unit. So quick reminder, guys, the only reason Brokir is here, well, normally we could use him as a tank, but Brokir's role right now is to be Decimus. He's actually worse at the job than Decimus. We just need another unkillable hero. And unless in the past couple days he pulled Decimus, let me take a peek. No, he didn't. Yeah, we got to rock with Brokir. You can use Regulus. Those are your options, basically. So let's head in. This is a very easy thing to gear. A lot of these heroes will receive no gear at all. So we will have to gear our 2 tanks, Isolde and Olag. Brokir is not being a tank for us. He's being an unkillable body. So he's being Decimus. He doesn't need any gear, so he won't get any. We'll put gear on Olag and on Isolde. That's 2. Then Vortex needs gear. Then Vierna needs gear. And then Beelzebub needs gear. That's really it. Just those 5. Because we're going to have to probably run broken sets and the gear on this account isn't too crazy. I am going to build up Baron, but it'll be like a really basic build. You can see Baron over here. He's like 5 stars promotion, level 50, nothing too crazy. We just want him to survive long enough before triggering his first unkillable when he's tanking really only for 221 with Vierna. So that's basically it. So without further ado, let's start our gearing. What better place to begin than with our main DPS? That's going to be Vierna. This is the piece we rolled for him the other day. This piece is crazy. I don't think I did this on the video, but I rolled this for him when I was just snooping around his account doing my assessment. If you guys ever want an account takeover from me, I always do a free assessment first to tell you what is possible for me to push on your account, knowing my skill level intimately. Obviously, it's mine, so I can kind of go through your account and assess that for you. So we found this juicy little piece. There's no way we're going to be able to run. I'll just show you. There's no way we're going to be able to build a Hell's Lament set on this really young account. We don't want attack speed on Vierna, so basically confirms we're going to go broken set, which is kind of cool because it shows you, hey, broken set's going to be fine. I'll quickly look for Vierna's exclusive piece of gear, her bangle. Don't have it. Didn't expect it. So let's just crank that attack nice and high. Something like this. This piece is okay, but not great. This piece is better. When I can, I'm going to go for the tier 2 or tier 3 pieces because they have 10% higher main stats. You can see a normal piece like a Cursed Bangle, tier 1, gets 60%. This is 66%, 6% higher. Additive, aka 10% from the base over here, the typical main stat. Let's just keep peeking. All right, that's going to be our piece. Let's look over here now. And this piece is pretty great. And this is tier 3, so again, it's 10% higher, the extra 6%. I will peek. This has 30% crit damage. This has 23. By the way, if it's not clear, guys, this is going to be a full walkthrough guide. I anticipate it's going to help a couple of you, at least. Let's take this piece, the extra crit damage from Hot Sit. Now, quickly, I want to see, do we have any trifecta pieces, meaning pieces with attack bonus, crit rate, and crit damage on a weapon? And we do have 2 options. This one has very low crit damage. This one's a lot better. The attack is low, but we're going to get the attack bonus from the Calamity set. And then very important, I'd rather the attack be lower than crit damage since we went 2 attack bonus main stats over here, only 1 crit damage main stat. It's going to be enough. It's going to be enough. Let's go now and let's see what do we have here. This piece on Ingrid is brilliant. It's got that trifecta, attack bonus, crit rate, and crit damage, and flat attack. So, if we're going broken set here and, mixing and matching on a pretty young account, he has some juicy ancients that we're going to use, and it's going to be pretty nice. So what's our final Vierna build? We're going for at least 15,500 attack. We got to 16,222. That's great. I haven't even checked the artifact yet. We can probably push this higher, get a little better flat stat contribution from this tier of Twilight. Let's take another peek again. You can see 16.3k now. That's pretty dang good. We want around 300% crit damage or more. We got exactly that. We want crit cap. Crit cap for a cultist is 97% because you get a 3% addition from the Cultist faction collection bonus, and we're done. All the other stuff doesn't even matter. You know, Rage Regen, we're cycling in and out, so it just doesn't matter. Attack speed does not affect Vierna, so this is a really, really good build. Broken set, really good build, more than enough. Next thing, let's gear up the man of the hour, Beelzebub. I was just playing around with him on this account, just trying to push his attack higher, because I was doing some XP runs, setting up for him, some promotion raid runs. This is pretty good. I ended up building a set. You don't have to. I'm just going for attack bonus with a big flat attack substat. The only piece that wasn't good was this one, but the best amulet and the best ring on his account for attack bonus main stat, flat attack substat were these pieces. So I was like, all right, let's just build a wisdom set. We snagged this piece. We don't care about anything except for getting the attack high. This is, we're going to take this off. We're going to put on Calamity or Warlord. We just want to crank that attack to the sweet little moon. So let's see. Let's sort by attack bonus. We got this piece on Sun Wukong, 21%. And this piece on Sun Wukong, 23.5 with some flat attack. That's probably going to be the winner. We also get a higher main stat here because it's a tier 2 piece. So let's toss that on. You know what? Let's just do tier 1 stuff because I can already hear people complaining in the comments. So, yeah, let's do this piece. No flat, let's go over here. Yeah, let's take this. Flat attack is low, attack bonus is low, but it'll be good enough. And then, yeah, that's good. Let's check the artifact. We'll run him in a Keen Wisdom. Epic artifact, so easy to build, so easy to max out. It's going to give him an additional 16% attack boost, which we like. This is an A0 Bubba, so nothing too crazy here, but still, we got that attack over 10k, close to 11k. That is going to be plenty for us. I'll show you the skill ups now. Not even close to maxed out on his skill ups, right? Not even close. We're only going to get 16 seconds duration here, slightly more expensive cost. If we go over here, slightly less targets, but that won't affect Gear A2. But then a key thing, he's actually missing 5% of his inspiration effect. So it should go up to 50% of the attack we build upon him. It's only going to be 45, but we'll live with it. So those are those two heroes respectively. We got Vierna and Beelzebub. They are our DPS and our inspiration and then slow and magic vulnerability heroes. That is overkill. We're going to tear through this. I am confident. Only fingy slips are going to get in our way, maybe gearing these tanks and Vortex. So let's go through the bottom line here. Volca needs no gear. I will prove that to you. Let's strip her. Strip that girl. You can build her, especially if you want to use her at the end to get some bigger vulnerabilities on the boss, but it really doesn't matter. Aeon will never be deployed, so she can be fully nude. A nude dude. Baron will get some gear, but we'll do him at the end. So next up, most important is going to be, usually it's who I gear first, is going to be Vortex. We need to crank his HP to the moon with a lot of attack speed. So what we're looking for is, it depends on if you're running an epic lord or a legendary lord or maybe a rare lord. You just have Dagna. Definitely run a lord with him because you get a quick early shield out upon him when you deploy him. Makes it way easier to tank the hits. Even Dagna is fine. We're looking for a minimum of like 36,000 HP. It could be a little less, like 34, 35 if we had a legendary lord, but we don't. And we're looking for a minimum of 400 attack speed. We'd like all those numbers to be higher though. So it's pretty simple. We go here, HP bonus with an attack speed substat. If we want to get greedy, we look for flat attack, flat HP, excuse me. And we got a little bit here. That's a huge attack speed roll anyway. So let's take that piece. Now we go to the ring. We look for the same. Kind of rough here. Let's drop that flat HP and see. That's fine. We'll take this. We got a little heal effect too. That will help him a bit. But we really just want him. He's just a tank. He just draws aggro. He doesn't heal anyone but himself. He draws the aggro of the rock throwers. So let's go for attack speed main stat with HP bonus sub. 16% is the best we got. This is looking like it's going to be pretty hard to keep Olag. I can't speak today. Keep Vortex alive. Let's look for HP bonus, flat HP, and attack speed. We got nothing. That sucks. Let's check here. Nice HP bonus. We'll take that for sure. And now let's see just what's the biggest HP bonus we can get. This piece is too good of a tank piece. We don't really need that. This one is not as good. That's probably where we're going to lean. Let's just see. Are there other options? Not yet. No. So we'll snag this piece. So what is our final build looking like? We got to check the artifact. We got an Elysian Epitaph. A good one for this is Taya's Bomb, Elysian Epitaph. Anything that could give him a little more healing. We'll take this one for sure because it's plus 16. So we get a bigger flat HP contribution over here. I'm thinking we're going to be between 37 and 38k. 39.7. Okay, so that is good. For speediness, we're at 485. This is going to be slightly more borderline than I thought because the defense is basement, but I think we're a-okay. I think we're okay. So that is our Vortex build. It's going to help that he's A5 too. This works at A0, but it will help. So that's that. Now we have to gear our 2 tanks, our 2 main tanks, and then we've got our Baron tank, who's the least important. He only needs to survive at the very, very beginning of you'll see, in 221. So only one stage, the very beginning. Olag will be the better tank because he's going to keep shielding himself. So the better gear needs to go on Isolde. So let's strip her off. I saw some Guardian gear. I think it's unlikely we're going to be able to build out a Guardian set on this account. I take that back. He bought the pay-to-win Guardian set with the 3 ancient pieces. So let's at least throw that on right now. I might take it off if we don't need it. I will say, guys, if you are a pay-to-win player, I think this costs like 30 or 40 or 50 bucks. It's pretty sick gear to help you progress. It's so overpowered. So if you just want to sail through stuff and you've got cash to burn, it is a good purchase. But if you don't, it's not. This piece is crazy, actually. Okay, let's see. What does our not pay-to-win gear look like? Can we get something together? Let's roll this really quick. I'm not going to do too much rolling right now unless we have to. This piece is okay. I'd prefer not to do like the super pay-to-win. Now, I mean, we will. It's easy to build these guys. Just crank the HP to the moon. If you run a Soldat, do 1 right side piece with the defense bonus because her defense is very low, and you're basically good. So let's go over here. Just hunting for HP and defense bonus. HP bonus, defense bonus. This piece is great. Can we get another one like that? Yeah, let's take this piece. And this build is overkill. So for a Solda, you probably want 80k and 7k. If you want to be, you could don't need to be that strict with it. It could be more like 75k and maybe 6,500 defense, but better safe than sorry because she's not nearly as good a tank as someone like Olag. But with the other tanks, you can get away with far less. You could do like 70,000 or even high 60,000s, but I'd aim for 70,000 HP and even 6,000 defense will be enough. But we'll use this for now just because a Solda being too strong or not strong enough or whatever, we just want her to live. It's not really integral to the viability of the strategy. So let's throw a Bastion Ring on her. It doesn't matter. Actually, to prove that point, do I have something else I could put on her? Give me 1 second. All right, let's do this one. A little extra healing. Now let's go over here to Olag. He'll just get the scraps. We'll go broken set. Unless we can get a Asclepius. Asclepius does give a little HP bonus. We really just, with him, because he keeps shielding himself over and over with shields based on his own HP, we just want to crank that up. What are our options here? Not too great. Looks like that's the best. What if we just go for flat HP? That's pretty good. What does this look like? No defense. All right, let's circle back. This piece is really good. All right, so this one we definitely need a nice defense bonus roll. It's as good as it's going to get. Let's crank this up. We don't have much gold to work with either, so we got to do what we got to do. Keep it moving. We'll definitely do defense bonus as the priority here. I guess we'll snag this. Really good piece. And then what's this? That piece is fine. Okay, so you can see we've hit all our marks. I'll show you in 1 second. But I'd say we're probably about 75. Actually, we're way over. We're going to be closer to 90k with about 6k, 6,500. Yeah, there's about 6k and 90.2. So pretty good. We'll keep this unbuilt Bastion Ring. Actually, again, to prove the point, let's just use this Death Knell, whatever. You do not need Bastion Rings for this. Again, to prove a point, I'll make sure Broke here is ungeared. He does not need any gear. I know this feels like the gearing's taking a while, guys, but I think it's probably helping some of you, and we're about to be done. The only heroes left to gear, right? We did our DPS, our support, so our crowd control, our inspiration, everything in Bubba. We did our 2 tanks, and we did our healer. Those are the main 5 you always need. And then if you need Baron to tank at the beginning, like if you're running someone like Vierna or Comet, I guess maybe not Comet because you might run him with Laurel, but if you're not running a Laurel thing or you're not running a really cheap DPS like Silas or Hotsoot or Hex or something, you will need someone to briefly tank. So you just need a very basic build. So we just want like him not to instantaneously die. So just something like this. Let's just finish the set. It doesn't matter. And then I just want flat HP. HP bonus. These pieces are not that good. This piece we can use. That we'll use. And then here we'll ditch it for defense bonus, I guess. That's fine. This is fine. So you can see even, let's throw an artifact on. Really doesn't matter. We'll give him another Nightmare Serpent. I don't like these legendary artifacts, but they're just, we need to have something on him, right? So we got him to 65.2, even at 5 stars promotion, and 3,600 for defense is really low, but you're going to see when we get to 21, he doesn't have to survive that long. All right, so without further ado, stage 219, let's get into it. Really quickly, I think what I'll show you is we'll be able to beat, probably 19 and 20, but we'll just do 19 like this. We'll be able to beat it without Beelzebub. So let's just not even use him, just to show you, you don't need to get lost in the sauce about, I need this gear, that, blah, 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 blah. Especially these early ones, it's all about the technique. So let's go over that technique right now. First things first, we're gonna place Dallin. Actually, first things first, I'm gonna make myself a little smaller so we can all focus more on the gameplay. We'll go over here. All right, nice. So first things first, we're gonna place Dallin. She needs to generate costs. Remember, she got level 4 on Rebel, which is her auto passive that generates the costs. It'll be enough. And you'll see we have a lot of costs right now. The reason I was saying we need Baron for stage 21 specifically is the one change from 19 and 20 to 21 is you start with less costs. So it's sweatier at the beginning getting your DPS out. So if you got someone a little pricier like Vierna at 20, you're gonna have to stall with the tank first. All right, so we go here. We might have to catch with the tank. We'll see. We do. All right, let's push back. That is actually really annoying. Is the damage over time going to get the kill? Let's see. We probably will get the... If we leave this on, we'll get a kill with Bone Shield as we landed on this guy. Yeah, we did. All right, so now we can trigger the ult. So in hindsight, I should have just gotten Baron down earlier. It didn't matter. As soon as we get that kill, we can pick up Vierna. I really hope I get all 3 of these runs on my first try. As soon as Dallin triggers in like 1 second, you'll see. That coin, that's her second instance of cost generation. You can pick her up, and you can see we're already really good on cost. Really, really good on cost. So normally you'd be using Decimus here. He doesn't have Decimus. Use Decimus. He's easier to get. He's a rare hero, and he's free. So you'll wait till this guy's heading into this square. Right after that blast, when the light goes up, that's when you drop Decimus, or in this case, Broke here. Now I like to go slam, slam, already place Vortex, because why not? Throw this on 1x. As soon as there's contact, pick him up. All right, looking good. So what I'm going to do now is just drop Olog on top of these guys, and these guys lose half their health every time they make contact, so they're toast. You can place Vierna there. Later on, we would have already been able to pick up Olog, and we wouldn't have to place Isolde because we'll be using Beelzebub. But I think for this stage 19 run, I want to do it without him just so you can see, show something different. I know this is kind of a guide on him or how to use cultists, but you'll see it on 20 and 21. So we wait. Here's a fun trick. These guys are about to throw again. They can only throw if they're not engaged with the melee unit. So they're about to be engaged with these tanks. So I can already pick up Vortex. So we're ready for later. And now let's get ready that everyone's in range. Let's trigger with Vierna. Pick up Olog, pick up Isolde. Vierna kills everyone. Pick up Vierna. We're cooking, baby. Do you smell that? We're cooking. Wait till he screams. Here comes the shriek. Yell at us. I place one unkillable, place the other. So typically, the standard thing would be place Baron and Decimus. But again, Broke here is in for Decimus because he doesn't have Decimus. Slam, slam. As soon as he makes contact here, you'll see he throws his head back and we see a number, a damage number. That's contact. All right, pick up and pick up. Now we just got to drop more people to tank these blows and take the other half of the health. So we're going to go Dallin. Dallin's really great also. Not that you always need cost gen depending on the strat, but you need an extra warm body anyway, so why not bring cost? As soon as you can, place Vortex. He's going to draw the aggro from the rock throwers now. Now let's get our tanks down. We got 3.6 seconds left on Vierna. Place her down. It's looking good. Looking like we can get this on our first try. I have a lot of pressure because the edit's going to be way easier if I get all 3 of these on our first try, and the video will be shorter because it'll be very fluid. Let's just trigger Isolde because why not? As soon as everyone's in range, trigger Vierna, and you can start picking up everyone else. I got the kills. You can see they're all gone. Pick up Vierna. All right, as soon as these guys are about to start running, we place Baron, and then they're going to go slam, slam. And then after that second slam, when both his hands go up, that's when you drop Broke here, or normally it'd be Decimus. You'll hear me say that a lot. Throw this on 1x. You can keep it on 2x if you're nasty. Wait for contact, head goes back. There's the damage number. Pick up, pick up. So this is where it gets really annoying here. We'll place Dallin, and we'll place Volca. So what we have to do now is we have to wait for Isolde or Olog to come back around to tank hits over here. If you had Decimus instead of Broke here, instead of 33 seconds left on Broke here, Decimus would be ready in about 4 seconds. So instead, we're going to have to use one of our tanks, which just makes it harder. Like, it makes it a more technically difficult thing to do. So we're going to go for Isolde because we want the second tank you place will be your main tank. So she tanks 1 hit, and now as he puts his arm back to hit her again, he starts that animation. Now we can already pick her up. Now he's gonna wait, now pound the ground, turn red, he stands up straight. Now you place your tank, place your healer, and we'll place Vierna, and we're done. Might take a moment, but you'll see once Ola gets his shields up, he basically is gonna become unkillable for this. Nearly done. So that's like the fundamentals technique, fundamental strategy. That's how it all works. Now let's do the harder content, stage 20 and 21, and let's bring Bubba into the mix. It actually is gonna, to you guys, it might seem easier because all of a sudden the damage is just gonna be, try to keep your eye out for the numbers. It's just gonna be out of control. It's gonna be, even on 20, it's gonna be such overkill because he really pushes it over the edge through the Lord skill of Aeon. I don't know if I popped that up in the first half of this video, but I'll do that now. Same thing could go if you use Nero. I mean, maybe should I even use Nero just to prove a point? He does have Nero. Okay, let's do that. We'll bring Nero. So even if you just use the rare Lord, we're getting a 5% attribute boost. If it was Aeon, it'd be 10. And then if it was Morrigan or Demi, it would be 15. If it was a Bizu, if you have her, it'd also be 10. She's also epic. And you can see we're gonna get 15% increased damage to any crowd-controlled units. So we're gonna get the slows constantly from Bubba, combine that with the inspiration and the magic vulnerability. It's just like we're gonna pop off. So let's actually do this. Let's just use Nero. Why not? All right, so here's stage 20. Same kind of sequence of events here. There's gonna be Dallin. Can place Vierna. One thing we know now is we want to place Baron as soon as possible. So we'll put this on 1x. I see he was less than halfway through that tile, so now he's going to turn around, so he's back in Vierna range. And I think Vierna could probably snipe already, just ulting, but I'll wait till she puts out a little damage on these guys. And you can see how much we didn't need to build Baron, because he triggers this thing anyway. All right, let's ult with Vierna. We can pick up Baron. There we go. Yeah, we had to kill the whole time. Pick up Vierna. All right, off to the races. It's Bubba time. Wait for one more cost trigger with Dallin. There we go. Pick her up. Here comes the runners. So again, we'd be using Decimus here, but we're stuck with the much better but worse in this scenario Broke here. As soon as that flash of light goes up, you drop him. Now, boom, boom. I like to place Vortex. Click onto Broke here to go slow mode. Click it onto 1x. Contact is made. You pick up. All right, now we're going to put down Beelzebub. Going to put down Vierna. Now we drop either of these tanks. They're both 18 cost. It doesn't matter. Pick them up already, because why not? We don't need tanks for this first bit. We're going to have all the slows and everything we need. I will say it's going to be a little harder for us because this Bubba is not fully skilled, right? So his ult should last 22 seconds. It's only going to last 16 seconds. But it's okay. As soon as these guys are about to enter the range, we start ulting with him. You're going to see tons of slows all of a sudden. And now everyone's in range. We've got inspiration. Slows are on everyone. Just ult with Vierna. Everyone's going to die. Pick up Vortex. Insane. Just completely deleted. Keep it on 2x. Who cares? Wait till he does his shriek. Let's go Broke here and Baron. Again, typically it would be Decimus and Baron. That's the standard. Contact. There you go. Up and up. Let's wait. Okay, let's get Dallin. And let's get Volca. Nice. As soon as Vortex is ready over here, just place him. Doesn't matter where you place him. As long as you point him up or left, you're good to go. You just don't want him healing anyone but himself. So you don't want him pointing to the right so he can heal whatever tank you put here. All right, let's go tank and tank. Let's get Beelzebub. Let's get Vierna. So the only thing that changes now is there's more enemies coming. It's 8 instead of 6. So we just need to be a little more thoughtful about when we trigger everything. So I like to wait till these guys have turned. You can see they already have trigger. And as soon as they're into fray, you can pick up Vortex already. Let's ult with Vierna. Let's pick up. Pick up. Bye-bye, everybody. Pick up. Pick up. And this is all with a rare Lord, right? A free-to-play Nero over here. All right, wait till these guys are about to run. Do your first guy. Now, boom, boom. Now drop. This is where I would be putting Decimus. Decimus has a shorter period of unyielding, of unkillability than the others. So I like to do him after the first 2 slams. So you get as late a possible trigger on him dying and turning on the unyielding buff. Here they come. Let's wait for contact. Right here. Boom. Normally I wouldn't be so obsessive waiting for the contact, but for you guys, only the best. All right, place and place. So you see, again, it's getting sweaty with the costs, especially because we had to wait. If it was Decimus, he would be ready like right now. But instead, we're like just several seconds behind every time. All right, so here's a Solda. So he's going to go throw his arm back. As soon as he does that, you going to do it, buddy? There you go. Pick her up. Angry mode. As soon as he stands up straight. Place, 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 and place. And now Vierna's doing like straight AoE all the time, a little bit of damage over time. It's not heavy damage, so this takes a little while, but we'll go Inspiration and Vulnerabilities, and we'll do Ult, and you can see we just got Chip Away. So you can throw it on auto cast. And yeah, it's going to be the exact same drill for 21, but the difference is we have to deploy Baron before Vierna because of the cost situation. And that's why he's needed to wear gear. You can see to this point, he could have been naked and unbuilt. There we go. GG. 2 for 2. Can we go 3 for 3? We're going to beat all 3, but can I beat all 3 consecutive? Let's see. You can see no extra gearing that needs to be done in the middle or anything. So let's just keep it moving. I'll show you the final stats after 221 as well. But as you can imagine, Vierna's just doing a lot of damage, and Bubba's helping it be a lot. And a lot over a short period of time. So let's head into battle. Like I said, nothing's going to change, except maybe my fingies will slip. Let's dry those bad boys off. We'd want no fingy slips. So as soon as we can, let's place Dallin. So I am going to place Baron before Vierna. You can see how much tighter the cost is now. Like, I think you get like 5 or 6 less costs. However, I'm still going to place Baron later because I want to delay the amount of time he's having to get hit by these guys. So right when this guy's about to be halfway, now we'll turn him around. We're going to get a trigger from Dallin right now. So we can place Vierna. And this is why he needs to be geared, so he can survive at least 1 hit. Now he's going to die. He's going to trigger his unyielding. We'll get some extra little damage here. I think now we should have enough. Let's ult with Vierna. Yeah, we made it. Nice. You just want them under that 35% threshold, I believe it is, for the execution. Let's pick her up. Wait for down to trigger again. All right. So you can see normally when he was shrieking before, our cost is at like 85. Now it's at like 78. The only thing that changes is they just gave us less cost up front. So again, we'd be grabbing Decimus right now. I'm going to keep reminding you that because this broke your thing is not the typical thing. Wait for the slam and the smash. The slam, the smash, and the flash. A little late there actually on my broke your placement, but it should be no issue. Now he goes bang, bang, vortex. Wait for contact. So it's going to be a little sweaty when I drop Olag right now. You want to let them take at least a step so they can trigger their new animation. Now we'll go with Bubba. Pick up Olag. Again, it doesn't matter between Olag and Isolde. If your tanks were Regulus and Isolde, or Regulus and Olag or something, then I'd go for the Epic because it's 1 cost less. Just makes it a little easier on yourself. Let's get Vierna down. Let's ult. Let's wait till these guys are hit at all. Yep, nice. Okay, ult with Vierna, pick up Vortex. GG. So you can see we didn't one-shot them there, but now they're going to get executed. Perfect. But I mean, it's still pretty comfy. Pretty comfy in a fully broken set, right? Let's wait. He's got a Shriek. All right, place Brokier, who should be Decimus, and place Baron. Don't know, X. Wait for contact. There's that number. Pick up, pick up. So here's something you can do if you have better tank gear than what we're using, you could just, if you were feeling tight on cost, which you shouldn't be, but if you were, or you chose not to bring Dallin, you could just drop a Soldat and Olag already. Because they get shields, they won't get killed, but then they'll be at like half health already, or maybe a third health. If you had better gear, it's still enough health, but for us, it's not going to be. Let me actually focus really quick. Let's get Volca. Let's get Dallin. But you can see we could have just dropped them and then they'd be standing there. So it's like 2 less things to deploy. We would have saved that Volca drop and the Dallin drop. But for the gearing we have on this account, there's no reason to do that right now. That's just fun for you guys if you want to do it. Place Vortex, you can start drawing the aggro. We'll get a real quick sense of if our build is good enough. I think it is. Let's get Vierna and Bubba down. You can see, because there's 2 rock throwers from each side. So we'll see when he starts getting shellacked right now. Boom, boom. And you can see he's fast enough to start healing up again. Basically gets that shield up. This is a good build. So as soon as these guys are about to turn, that's our moment. There, you saw these guys, they just were going up, and now one turned left, one turned right. That's when we can get ready. So basically, as soon as we can, this time around, as soon as we can trigger Beelzebub. Let's trigger Solda just to make sure she doesn't die. She gets a little shield on herself. We don't care if they die at this point, though, to be fair. All right, cool. Pick up Vortex. Let's trigger Vierna. Nice. And that time we one-shot because we had the vulnerabilities on everyone. We had the slows on everyone. The first time around, those 2 guys in the back, I think the vulnerabilities and slows hadn't hit them yet. I rushed it a little bit, but it was so this one would be silky smooth. As you can see, it just definitely was. Pick everybody up. All right, nice. And basically that's it. Now you kind of coast to the finish line. So you wait till these guys are about to start running. You drop your first. Boom, boom. This would be Decimus. Now you drop him after the 2 booms. Wait till they start running. Throw it on 1x to be safe. Wait for contact. Houston, we have contact. You see the numbers appear above their heads. Pick up, pick up. Get ready to drop. Let's drop a Dallin. Drop a Volca. And I think we're going to go 3 for 3. Let's get ready. We know we want to drop a Solda in a second. But you can see how tight the cost is right now. Much sweatier than it needs to be because we have to keep them down a little longer. Decimus would already be ready. So don't think I'm just making stuff up and saying, oh, this rare is better than the legendary. Decimus for this specific role is better than Brokir. Brokir is 1 million times better than Decimus for like every other role you can imagine. But for this specific thing, this is our guy. Wait till he goes back with his arm. We want to save the cost here. We don't want him to kill a Solda. All right, pick up. He slams. As soon as he stands up, we go tank, we go healer, we go Bubba for inspiration, and we go Vierna. We should be good to go. Let's see how heavy these hits are on Olag. This is why you want some extra speed as well on your Vortex. And now you just need Olag to survive that long that he starts triggering his shield passive. What's it called? Silver Wall or something. Then you're Gucci. All right, ult, and now we can basically be done. Nothing bad can happen to us. We're safe now. If somehow Olag does die, you want to keep an eye on your second tank. So that would be a Solda here, but I think we're A-okay because of the shield cycling. And then if you've got like Regulus or Brokir, who are like the best options, you'll never have to worry about any of this. So you can see there's very little attack speed on this Beelzebub. I shouldn't say very little, but not a lot. And he's not skilled up, so he's taking a while to get his ult back. We'll wait, though. There's no reason not to wait, because Vierna will get much more damage that way. But you can see it's kind of a slow crawl, unfortunately, because she's just only doing AoE. Okay, inspiration, vulnerability, slow, and then we go. I mean, to be fair, the slow's there the whole time. The only thing that changes during his ult is the strength of the slow and the number of targets he can hit with that slow. So if you did have your Volca built, this is a good time, like place her here, right? She's not built though, but you could get the, when she ults, you get the big vulnerabilities, assuming she's skilled. We'll just wait for Bubba one more time, just to be safe. We might actually already have the kill. All right, let's go. There we go, GG. We went 3 for 3. That feels pretty good. No fingy slips over here. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that guide, that walkthrough. It's about as thorough as you're gonna see. This is just a live takeover in a guide style format. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. The video will have to perform decently well for me to want to do it. Otherwise, catch me on stream, on Twitch all the time, sometimes on YouTube. I do takeovers all the time. I actually do at least 1 takeover every single day. Usually I do between 2 and 4 takeovers a day. The thing is I just do the vast majority of them offline. Thank you guys for watching. Let's check out those final stats. Vierna, a sweet little queen. I've been Fastidious. Share with your mother. I'll see you real soon. Goodbye.
Fastidious.